Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Commanders and the Cowboys under the lights on Sunday night.
20 miles west of downtown Dallas, one of the league's grand settings, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. This evening, the capper to this divisional round. It's the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. So glad you're having us in for this divisional round matchup. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Partner, playing in front of the home crowd. That is something you get when you're the #1 seed. A week off to prepare. Now a playoff game in your building. It's an age-old question. What do you think? Rest versus rust?
Yeah, I think if you ask the coaches, Mike, they would kind of go back and forth, but it is no question. With players, they want that #1 seed, they want that bye, and they want to be sitting on their couch during the wild card round watching everybody else beat each other up. You factor in that rest, you factor in getting your legs back under you and getting some guys back maybe who were out some previous weeks, and you're playing in front of your home crowd. That's every team's dream to start the season, and it's exactly what we got here.
One ticket remaining to be punched for the championship round next week. We're all set and off we go on EA Sports. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And here we see Dak Prescott taking the field, Mike, coming off what a lot of people thought was an MVP caliber season. He finished runner-up, of course, to Lamar Jackson. And people love to nitpick Dak's game. I don't know if it's because he plays for the Cowboys and people love to hate. But regardless, he is as talented as they come. He is the leader of that team. He needs to have the postseason success that he has found in the regular season. Once he does that, I'm not sure what's left to nitpick.
On second down, it's Dak. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
I think it's so critical to start the game fast. When you hear every coach and player harp on it in their press interviews and in their conferences, it's something that everybody stresses, but it's easier said than done. So I think for them to come out and face an early third down and be able to pick up a first and extend this possession, I think it goes a long way towards everybody on that sideline and in that huddle just taking a deep breath.
They'll run here with Gibson. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On play action, here's Dak. He's got a man, it's CeeDee Lamb. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On the play fake, Dak. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. First reception for the man who enters the week as the NFL's leader in receiving yards. This one, good for a first down. Prescott now. Pass pulled in by Vaughn.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing.
Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down. They'll throw again. Dak. This one caught at the 4.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape. That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Third and short. Prescott. A second effort, and he is in. Dak Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Cyber's extra point is true. And the Cowboys are out to a 7-0 lead here in this divisional playoff matchup. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
Winning in the wild card round, certainly an accomplishment that this team should be proud of. But Mike, if he wants to take his team to the championship round next week, he's going to have to lead by example and play a mistake-free game against a team known for capitalizing on their opponent's mistakes. Yes, you have to be aggressive. You have to be willing to take some risks. But those risks have to be calculated, because if you get reckless against this group, you're going to be flying home. You're going to be getting ready for the offseason.
Daniels to throw on second down. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He's going to run it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback. But here we are, early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. Open man, left side, he's got it. They get 12 yards on that pass. Good for a Commander's first down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guy.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that second down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense going to take over now for the second time. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Play fake. Prescott. This one downfield, complete to Cooks. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. This pass right side, caught by Lamb. Here's 2nd and 6. At the 22-yard line. Again, Prescott to the air. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Prescott. A toss out quickly here to Cooks. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st, so it'll bring up 4th down. Austin Seibert now for this field goal try. This will be a 48-yard attempt. Seibert's kick is good. And the Cowboys go out to a 10-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll go with a counter on 1st down. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. 1 quarter down in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. We're back to Arlington in a moment. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. This one complete to Bryant.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he's going to have the first down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
Here's 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
The Commanders about to send this one away. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw is Dak. And that ball incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. Daniels going to keep it on the zone read. Look at him move away from a tackler as he winds up gaining 7 yards. Nice run there. 2nd down and 3. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Now Daniels. He's got his tight end. That's Sinnott. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Daniels gonna throw again. Quick throw here is complete. And that's gonna be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Washington.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniel. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. But he'll gather it back in.
And man, does he dodge a bullet right there, Mike, on that sack. He's fortunate that ball bounced right back to him. He's able to recover it and keep possession for his team.
Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
3rd and long, and here's Daniels. And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Sly's kick is good. And the Commanders cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Now an opening past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Cowboys offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. First down, Prescott. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Dak to fire here, complete to Cooks. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Now Prescott. Right back to Cooks. He's got another one.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Here's the punter now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with first and nowhere to go. He is taken down.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there.
On second down, it's Daniels. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Here's their punter now, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Cowboys offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap for Prescott. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire. So the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Commanders' offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's over the middle to the tight end, Sinnott. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. On play action, Daniels. He's going to tuck it and go.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. They'll throw with Daniels. This one complete right side. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. This will be a 41-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good.